All right, good evening, fifth graders. Tonight's your first lesson of the flipped classroom. Now, I'm not right next to you. My voice is with you. My work is with you. I want you to take your time watching this video. So tomorrow when you come into class, you'll be all ready to go with your assignment and we can just cruise right along. All right, kids? All right, today we're gonna be working with addition of whole numbers and decimals. Before we get started with that though, we're gonna do a little bit mental math, a little bit of mental math. So if you have a sheet of scratch paper, go ahead and find a sheet of scratch paper here, and we're going to be working with finding expanded notation with these numbers. Take a look at our example here. All we're doing is we're taking this number right here, and we're breaking it down. So we have 0.5, so we have 0.5 plus 0.02. Over here we have 50 plus 2. We're just expanding the number out. We're just adding each place value spot. So let's take a look at this first one. We have 35 hundredths. So we're going to go 0.3 plus 0.05. You see how we just have one number in each place and we're just finding the place values. I'll change my colors here. Next one we have 30 plus 5. Now anytime you can pause because I'm going to be working all of these out. So my advice is you solve the problem first and then you check to see if it's right. And if you didn't get it right, try and find your mistake. This one right here we have 400 plus 60 plus 7. Well, here we go to the thousandths place. We have 0.2 plus 0.04 plus 0.001. Now the 0 to the left, I'm talking about this 0 right here of the decimal, you don't necessarily always need that. So sometimes kind of like right here, I didn't put the 0 there, you can add the 0. Just keep that in mind. You don't need the 0 there, but you can add the 0. Let's keep on going here. 241. So I have 200 plus 40 plus 1. One up top, we have 100 plus 60 plus 2. This next one's kind of interesting because we have some zeros in the place here. Watch what I do with the zeros. We have 0.1 plus 0.009. As you can see, I didn't do plus 0.00, okay? If there's a 0 there, you just get to skip that place value because there's no number in that place value. Keep going here. We'll go 0.7. Do you see how I didn't add the 0 to the left? That's okay. Plus 0.008. Remember the 0 here, I didn't need it. Coming down a little lower, we have 0.08 plus 0.004. Then it looks like we have 7,000 plus, I put a comma in there, plus 900 plus 4. The common error kids have is they want to be able to put a spot in for these zeros. Remember, these zeros, when you're doing expanded notation, you don't need to write them when you're expanding it out. Now, today's lesson, when we're adding, is pretty basic, pretty simple, kids. Once you get to 10, you just carry over to the left. I'm going to work these problems out. My advice, once again, write this problem down, 256 plus 434. Press pause because you know I'm going to be working this out. So I'm going to get going with this. I would press pause if I were you. We have 10. 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 3 we have 9. 2 plus 4 is 6. So my answer is 690. Keep going here. 6 plus 5 is 11. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 1 is 4. 9 plus 3 is 12. Then I put a comma in there. It's pretty important, kids, that you write these numbers neatly on your paper because what I've seen in the past, all my years of teaching fifth grade, is kids write a little sloppy and they don't know where things are going, what column is what. Right here we have some decimals. The nice thing that I have done for you is the decimals are already lined up. The decimals must always be in a straight line, okay? I can't have a decimal right here and then work the problem out. So please make sure your decimals line up when you're adding. 3 plus 7, we have 10. 1 plus 0 is 1, plus 9, we have 10. 6 plus 1 is 7, plus 2, we have 9. Then I carry the decimal straight down. So we have 9 for an answer. Decimals are lined up once again. Change my color here. 8 plus 4, make sure you're pressing pause and you're working these out, because right away when you come in tomorrow morning, I'm going to have some of these problems for Smart Response, and I want to see if you can add these up. I'm hoping you can. This should be pretty easy, just a nice little refresher for you. 8 plus 4, we have 12. 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. Let's carry the decimal down. 1 plus 3 is 4. Keep going here. This is what your problems are going to look like, and I don't want you to do any of this tonight. You're going to be doing this in class with me tomorrow, so if you have any questions, I'll be here to help you out. Write the following numbers in expanded notation. If you forgot what that was, kids, I want you to go back and take a look at my video in the beginning. I'm going to change this to a highlighter so you can follow along. Down here it says, write an estimate for each problem, then use the partial sums method. This partial sums, kids, I want you to just kind of disregard it. You're not doing any of this stuff. Okay, that's not how we're going to be adding. I want you just to add just like I taught you there. Okay, so if you've been taught partial sums in the past, if you've never been taught partial sums, I don't want you to worry about it, okay? Because we're not going to be doing anything with partial sums. But they do want you to estimate, okay? When you're estimating, you're getting as close as you can to the actual answer. First of all, so by each one of these, I want you to estimate. So, and then I want you to solve. So the first part, I'd be going 214, so I'm going to round that to 200 because it's closest to 200. 475 would be closest to 500. I'm going to add these up, and I would have 700. See how we did that? My estimated answer would be 700. And then I have to actually solve the problem here. Okay? Same thing over here. You're not going to be rounding these up to 100, but you are going to be rounding them to the nearest 10. So the first one, 10 and 31 hundredths, you'd round that down to 10. Because this 3 is less than 5, so you have to round down. Okay, 32, this 2 right here, you'd have to round to 30, and the 59 and 61 hundredths, you'd round that right up to 60. Make sure you estimate first, so I want the estimated part over here, and then I want you solving on the left. Here's some more problems you're going to see tomorrow, kids. More addition problems. Pretty basic, pretty easy. You should have all this done tomorrow and shouldn't have any homework except to watch the next day's video. But go ahead and press pause while you're working these things out. And the last thing, and we'll see if we get to this tomorrow. Today, every time we add, we're finding the sum. Keep that in mind. We're finding the sum. The sum is the answer to an addition problem. All right, look forward to see you tomorrow in class. Hopefully this video helped you out.